Welcome to the Godpreneur Podcast. My name is Stephanie and I am your host, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create your own digital product, okay? I teach people how to create AI-powered sellable digital products within 24 hours. So today, you guys are in for a treat because I'm going to be giving you guys a free course from beginning to end, every single step on how you create a digital product. Let's get into it. We are going to jump right in. You guys, one of the most important things in creating your digital product, which most people don't talk about, they don't go deep, they just give you surface level information, okay? So I want to go deep today, and the very first thing that you guys need to make sure is that you're picking a profitable, viral niche. If you get this part wrong, most people tell you just pick a niche, jump in, something you're passionate about, jump in, but you don't know if that's going to sell. And not only that, one of the most important things is if you guys are a brand new beginner, you can't jump into a niche that has a million of the top creators in it and compete with them and think that you're going to make sales after you create the digital product. We create the digital product because we want a 5 and 6 figure business, right? We create the digital product so that we can have an asset that's going to sell over and over and over again, making us money while we sleep. So why would we do all of the work and then build the foundation wrong from the beginning? So the only way to know if your niche is a profitable niche is to do the correct market research, okay? So number one, I'm sharing my screen. These are my notes so I stay on track, okay? I want to make sure that I hit every part with you guys, all right? So the first one is find your most profitable niche. And we're going to jump into ChatGPT and I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to give you a prompt that you can use, all right? One thing that I did want to say is I also teach inside of my course, you guys, I have a course called Quick Cash Creator that teaches you how to use AI to create your digital product from start to finish within 24 hours, doing everything for you, okay? So in that course, I teach you how to use my 60-minute niche GPT, which will uncover hidden niches that are viral, all right? So keep that in mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this prompt right here and we're going to plug this bad boy in to Chat GPT, okay? So let me move my face a little bit out of the way. Let's jump over to chat. And I like using Chat GPT 5.1 for the sake of this tutorial, okay? When you're writing copy, you want to use something like Claude, or if you're inside of my Quick Cash Creator, I teach you guys a few different hidden AI tools that will literally make your digital product explode, okay? So let's type this in right now into chat. And basically what this prompt is saying act as a niche validation strategist. Remember, we need to uncover what the market is saying is going to go viral, not just a niche that we're picking for the sake of a video to throw up on YouTube. All right. I want you guys to be successful. So this prompt is telling you, ask me questions to uncover what my profitable niche is based on income potential, emotional demand, urgency, buyer signals, real market data, competitor gaps, and audience pain points. Then give me 3 validated niche options with explanations, okay? So now what it's saying is it is literally telling us right here in ChatGPT, it says that it understands it, and now it's asking us to answer the questions, okay? It's important that the niche that we're gonna actually pick, we're passionate about and that we know a little bit of something about it. We don't wanna just create a digital product to try to sell it over and over again and we don't have any experience in it, because then you're gonna be giving people surface level information. I'm talking about creating a product that's gonna go up against your competitor analysis, that's going to beat everything else out of the park so it sells like hotcakes, all right? So right here, the first question is what transformation do people already come to you for? So what is it that people are coming to you for? Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to do hair? Do you know how to parent well? Do you have a good relationship with God? Can you teach people about faith? Can you teach people how to maybe change a tire on a car? Can you teach people customer service, etiquette? Can you teach people whatever it is that that you've done and experienced in your life, that's the type of transformation that you're aiming for, okay? That's what we need to show people. So it says not what you want to be known for, but what people DM you about, ask for help about, hire you about, okay? So then right here, we're going to answer this. I always like to copy it and then I will paste it, okay? And then I'll literally just answer it right here. So I'm going to put creating a digital product, funnels, digital marketing and sales psychology, magnetic messaging, coaching, how to sell out. And I'm just going to put that for now, okay? Now, number 2, it asked was, what problem have you solved for yourself that others constantly struggle with? So you want to copy this, okay? And then what you want to do is right here, you want to paste it and then answer it. What problem have you solved that others constantly struggle with, okay? So for me, I'm going to go ahead and copy exactly this because that's exactly what it is that I do. And then I'm going to go to number 3. Number 3 is, what do you feel emotionally pulled to help most, right? And I'm going to go ahead and put my answer in there. And then number 4, it's asking, what type of buyer do you want, beginner, intermediate, or advanced? For me, I take all 3, but you want to get super specific. So when you're answering these questions, don't be vague. Go deep, okay? The deeper you go with ChatGPT, the better output you're going to get. If you give it surface level information, you're going to get surface level answers back, all right? So let's go ahead, and for me, I'm going to put all 3. But I want you guys to know who your dream ideal client is. All right. By the time we get done with this, we're going to go ahead and know who that is. So let's see what the last question is, or if that was the last one. Which of these markets excite you the most? I'm going to put 2 of them because 2 of them really do. Actually, a couple of them do, but you want to get specific, okay? So I'm going to say these 2. For me, I absolutely love sales psychology. I love magnetic messaging, and I love building funnels and creating digital products. So for me, those are the 2 that I picked. And I think we have one more question left. It says, if you can guarantee one result for the next 24 to 72 hours, what could you confidently deliver? And for me, I teach people how to create AI-powered, sellable digital products in 24 hours. The reason it asks that is because you want to make sure that you have a measurable goal for your clients. If you don't have a measurable goal, they're going to get into your program and they're not going to be able to track their success. The better success that your clients have, the more they're going to recommend you. This is why you don't want to come up with just surface level information. You want to make sure that you dig deep on that digital product, okay? So now that we have all of our answers, now let's go ahead and tell ChatGPT, from the information that you have compiled, what would be my most profitable niche? Okay, let's see what the most marketable skills are that it's telling me that I have. Okay, let's see how accurate it is. Okay, so it says massive income potential, hot market, and urgent need. That is so important because you want to make sure that your digital product is in high demand, okay? If you come up with a digital product not in high demand, you're literally going to be kicking yourself because you're going to come up with this fire digital product knowing you did all the research and everything properly from A to Z, and then nobody's going to buy it, right? So you want to make sure you go through the proper steps, all right? So right here it says massive income potential and hot market and urgent need is make money online digital products and AI driven creation. Okay. 2, high emotional demand is their number one silent fear. Your audience is terrified of all of these different things. Your skill set speaks directly to these emotional triggers. Emotional triggers talks about sales psychology and buyer psychology. Okay. It's what sells your products like hotcakes. Number 3, it says your quick wins make this niche unbeatable. That's a good thing. And competitor gap where you dominate. 5, buyer urgency is off the charts. Your niche can scale into a full multi-layer ecosystem, which I already knew that because I do have multiple offers, low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket. And it says your most profitable niche, the final answer is AI powered digital product creation and messaging psychology for new and rising digital creators. They're spot on. That's exactly what my top skill set is. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of this information and we're going to copy it into a document. This is going to be our market research document, okay? So you want to make sure that you have like a Google Sheet open, something like that. I'm going to copy it and then let me go to this one and create a new one. And we're just going to go in here right now. We're going to put one niche market research, and then we're just going to copy it all in there. Okay. So now we got our most profitable niche. Now let's go ahead and jump into number 2. Just a quick pro tip inside of my digital course, my Quick Cash Creator, I actually go way deeper than this and I take you into hidden niches, uncovering viral niches and things like that with my 60-minute niche GPT. So if that's something that you want, I'll go ahead and list that in the description below. Okay. So let's jump into number 2. Okay, so now we are in section 2 where we're going to actually start creating the content for our digital product. I know most people just teach you how to go into Canva, design it, but we're doing everything from start to finish, okay? By the end of this course, if you guys are doing it with me, you'll be able to have your own digital product, okay? So what we're going to do is number 2, it says create your content, all right? So I have a prompt here that I'm going to give you guys to use, all right? I also have in parentheses, use my proven AI prompts inside of my Quick Cash Creator program, where I teach you how to do an AI powered sellable digital product within 24 hours. I have literally a list of prompts that you take and you put into ChatGPT, and it takes you through the whole process of doing all of the market research, competitor analysis, and it validates your niche and your digital product as well. All right. So let's get into it right here. We're going to take this prompt that says, build my final product, including, and then I have the rest of the steps there. So let's go to ChatGPT. So now we have our marketable niche. We're going to put this in here and it should ask us to actually, put in our niche. So build my full product outline, including a magnetic product promise. The transformation, which I was telling you guys is so important to have that transformation. All right. 6 to 10 modules. I think that's a little long. We're going to put 4 to 6 modules. 6 to 10 is really long. And then 3 to 5 lessons under each module, 1 quick win lesson. Okay. And then any worksheets, templates, or checklists that increase the perceived value. Remember, you want to give them as much value as possible, over deliver on your value, never cut corners. Make sure that you are going all in when it comes to a product that you're going to represent. Okay. Inside of my program, I literally go all in and I have millions of bonuses inside of my community as well. And I do weekly coaching inside of there as well. Tech, I don't have tech skills. I help you with the tech and we do weekly coaching. Okay. So make sure you guys are going all in. I not only preach what I'm talking about, but I also do what I'm talking about. Okay. I would never recommend it if I wasn't doing it. So then it says a suggested product title and subtitle based on my niche, and then make that outline simple, beginner friendly, step-by-step step and guaranteed to get the buyer a fast result. The better or quicker that you can actually get your customer a micro win, the more they're going to trust you and the more momentum that they're going to have. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit enter and let's watch ChatGPT do its magic. All right. So let me move my face a little bit out of the way. I'm going to move it over here. So it says the product title and subtitle right here. Pick your favorite. So you can pick one of the three: 24-hour AI product builder, AI cash product sprint, instant digital product system. I love instant digital product system because it allows people to then think, and I could paint the transformation of after they get done with my course, they're going to instantly have a digital product system. Not just a digital product, because having a digital product, you still have to know how to create the content. You need to know how to validate the niche. You need to know how to then go out and create the content to promote it on social media. And you need to be able to know how to sell it as well. Okay. So you should have the whole system, not just creating a digital product. Number two, magnetic product promise. All right. So in the next 24 hours, you're going to use AI to choose a profitable niche, build a sellable digital product, and walk away with a ready to launch asset that can start earning you money immediately. All right. How many of you guys will love to be making 5 figures a day? I currently make $1,000 to $6,000 a day selling digital products. So I know how lucrative it is. All right. And I've coached over 300 people in this space. I have 6-figure mentees as well. All right. So the transformation is I'm taking this person from all of these things to all of this. Okay. So basically, I don't know what to create to a validated niche with buyers searching for solutions. I'm scared nobody's going to buy my idea. Right. And then you're taking them to a complete AI powered digital product built in 24 hours. So you're taking them from all of these things that they're second guessing themselves, getting in their head. These are the thick questions that they're asking. Right. And then you're solving the problem for them. That's the transformation. So now here is the product outline. This is where it gets good. Okay. So this is your module. This is the lessons that you're going to teach on. This is why I say you want to pick something that you're passionate about, because you want to know what you're talking about. You don't want to trust ChatGPT 100%. You want to put your flair in it. You want to put your magic sauce into it, your personalized touch, because you're the expert. We're not just going to ChatGPT to create a product that we know nothing about. Okay. We want to know something about it. All right. So these are the modules that has the lessons in here. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of this and we're now going to put it into our market research doc. Okay. So we're going to copy it all and we're going to put it into our market research doc, which is right here. This is the content. So we'll go ahead and paste it in there. And now let's go back and see what the next section is. So now we have our modules, we have our lessons, all right, that we're going to create. And then what you're going to do is each section for your module, let me show you one example, okay? So each section for those modules, you want to go back into ChatGPT and you want to put it in there, okay? So this is module 1, and these are the lessons. So you want to copy it, go back into ChatGPT, and what you're going to do is you're going to tell it to expand on this. So expand on this and write my content for the module. And then you hit enter. And then what it's going to do is it's going to literally go in and it's going to write the content for that specific module. Okay. So now module 1, it's going in, it's telling you about each lesson. Here's lesson 1. It's pulling all of this information, lesson 2, 3. Okay. And then what you would do is you would copy and paste this into your market research doc, and you would do every single module like that. All right. Inside of my course, you guys, I have specific prompts that will go deep deep on each subject to do the market research necessary to pull out of the internet multiple different sources and AI tools that we utilize to make sure that we're going deep on the market research to make sure that we don't have surface level information, okay? So now let's go back in and see what the next step is. So the next step is to design the digital product, okay? So you have a couple different options when it comes to designing. I like to design all of my stuff in Canva. I also like to design it in some of the AI apps that I use. And these AI apps that I use, you guys will take that whole entire course that you just built out after you went deep on the market research, after you validated the information, did the competitor analysis, okay? After all of that is done and you have a solid course, there's some AI tools out there that you can use that will go in and design your entire digital product within like 5 to 10 minutes. It's absolutely insane. Matter of fact, let me see if I can actually show you guys one of them. So this is one of my digital products, okay? And it's called, actually, this is my son's digital product. It's called the Credibility Conversion Framework, okay? He came up with this framework because he saw that there was a gap in the market where people were struggling with getting conversions, okay? He's 17. When he got into this space, he made his first $100,000. He followed my instructions. Now he's made $100,000 in the online space, you guys, at 18 years old, okay? So he packaged it all up. He did his course and he took my quick cash creator program, okay? And then he followed the steps and he came up with the credibility conversion framework, all right? And right here, you can actually see that AI created it all for him, okay? So it took all of the information from inside the course and it literally plugged it in here, and look at all this. Like, it made it so nice, all right? And it gave it charts and graphs. It's aesthetically pleasing, right? And it gives percentages. It does everything for you. So it's important to have different tools that you're using, okay? So, but for the sake of this demo, let me go ahead and show you guys how to do it inside of Canva, okay? I love Canva. I've actually created and built out, you guys, 20 different courses from scratch, from all of my expertise. So I absolutely enjoy making digital courses, all right? So now we're right here on Canva, right? Let me move my face over here. We're right here on Canva. I always tell everybody to get the Canva Pro. It is worth it to pay the $12.99 per month, okay? Because you want to make sure that you have all of the tools at your fingertips that you're going to need. Like in Canva Pro, you can take out the background, you can do brand colors, you can do so many different things inside of Canva Pro. You can go to YouTube, take a tutorial on Canva if you're not very familiar with Canva, all right? Or you could jump into my quick cash creator program, which I will list below, and I'll literally give you everything that you need as far as AI tools, all the different prompts, competitor analysis, market research, and all of that, okay? So right here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna search, let's do ebook template. And let's hit enter. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to go to templates right here, okay? And then right here down below, see creative ebook, and you want to make sure that depending on how long your digital product is, right here you see how it says 1 out of 11. That means that it has 11 pages, all right? So you want to make sure that you see the design that you like, the flow that you like, and then you just kind of customize it from there, okay? I kind of like this one. I know it has a little guyish colors. Break the cycle. Maybe that just spoke to me. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go in here and let's see which one we're gonna pick. I might end up going with that one. Okay, this one's pretty cute. And then also I like my little secret, all right? Let's do, trying to find more of an aesthetic one. Remember, don't rush any of this. Make sure that you have, oh, I like this one. Make sure that you have something that you absolutely love, all right? Okay, so now I'm into AI, so I love this because it kind of looks like AI, and it says demystifying deep learning, right? You guys need to make sure that you have a high value skill. In 2026, when you're going into 2026, do not be a person that doesn't like learning. Always level up your skills. Always invest into coaching. Always invest into programs that's going to teach you a high income earning skill. I have literally spent $50,000 on my own coaching and my own programs and my own learning because I want to keep leveling up my skills. I want to be that person that you walk into a room and people want to network with me because I'm a 6 and 7 figure earner. But it wasn't always the case, right? I used to be that girl that was living paycheck to paycheck until I got serious about investing into my own skills. And now when I walk into a room, now I've become the person that people want to network with. And I want that for you guys. I want you guys to learn the skills to create a digital asset, right? And to be able to go out there and sell it like clockwork, okay? So let's go ahead and use this one. Let me see which ones they have down here. Oh, I kind of like this one too. Let me see. Let's do this one. And we're going to hit customize. And then I'm going to show you how to actually go in here and design it. Okay. It only comes with one page. So you could just click add page, right? And then what you're going to do is if you want this as the background for everything, just copy it, right? And then come down here and then paste it, okay? And then it will literally have that on there for you. I don't know why it didn't take that. Let's see if we can do it this way. Okay, perfect. So now we have this here. And then what you can do, if you want it to be lighter, if you copy it all and then come right here to, let me move my face right here. Come right here to this button. This is the transparency button, okay? And so if you come here, you can literally make it light. Right here, I would do the background is what I was trying to do, light. Yep, make it light, right? So that it's not as dark and then your words are gonna stand out. And then this part you wanna make bright. Okay, so now what you would do is you would take this. I'm probably gonna make that black, okay, so that it pops. And we wanna name our digital product, right? So let's go back and see what the name of our digital product. Okay, so our name, okay, we went with Instant Digital Product System. That's the one that we went with. So let's copy this. And then we're going to go to Canva and we're going to paste it on our document, okay? So let me bring my Canva all the way over, copy it, and then paste it, okay? So Instant Digital Product System, you can do this and make it smaller. I probably will make it bigger because it's the title. All right, and then you could just kind of play with the font. You can also change the font up right here. So if you come here, you can actually change this font. I like this one. This is one that I used the other day on one of my digital products. Okay, so right here, and you can also go to effects. And right here, I like to use a lift a lot. That gives it a, it makes it pop, right? And then you can play with the intensity. You see how it makes it pop? You could do that. I like that. You could also do a background if you click effects and you can make it splice. You can give it like an outline and then change the color here for the outline. It's a black, right? To make it really pop. Or you can come down here to this one and it gives it like a background like that. We're going to keep it on lift. All right. So now that we have our title, now we're going to go to our document and we're going to grab the information from the module. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down to your modules. Okay. And your first module, the title is Nail Your Profitable Niche in 60 Minutes. Okay. So if I was teaching this course right now, which I already have all the outline and everything done, and the whole course written out. But if I was to be teaching this from scratch, you guys, let's see. And then you see how it made it small, and then you just have to play with it. Come up here. You could change the size right here. And then I would bold it. But your profitable niche is the most important part in the beginning. If you get your foundation wrong, then the rest of your product is wrong. I want you to think of it like this. Your niche is what's going to determine if your digital product is going to be successful or not, if it's going to sell, right? And then also it determines your messaging later on. So if you don't build the foundation right, everything else that comes after that will be shaky and it's not going to add up. You want to make sure that you build your systems properly from the beginning, okay? So this is going to be module 1. All right, so nail your profitable niche. I'd probably come back here, maybe give it a lift or maybe a background, and then add a page, okay? And then you would just go through and do your, probably this would go up here because this is the cover page. And you can also do your cover page in ChatGPT. It can do images as well. All right. So right here, let me do effects, and then the lift definitely will make it pop. Okay. So instant digital product system. And then right here, you would put your name or your business name. All right. So now we have that. And you could put like a tagline here. A lot of times they'll give you a tagline. Let's see. Well, we already passed it, but a lot of times they'll give you a tagline. And then right here will be your first module. Okay, so you can literally put module 1. All right. And then you would come in here and you would put all the information from your course that you did the deep market research on. All right. So that would be the first module. And then the first lesson would be this, okay? So this is what you would actually come in here and list out on this right here. And then you would just keep making a page and copy and pasting that behind it. You don't have to have that image on each one. You could play around. If you guys wanted to add elements over here on the left, click elements, and then you could type in here elements. Like if you typed in money, it'll give you graphics. I like to use a lot of photos and then take the background out of it. So right here, if I used this at all, you can come up here and adjust it. You'd hit edit, adjust. I always like to make it sharper. So I'll scroll to the bottom, make it sharper. It makes it look real, right? And you can put this down here. You could then make it transparent so it's not as heavy, right? But those elements, you can literally type anything in here. So you could type in, so we're talking about digital products. You can type in digital product. It'll give you pictures of like laptops, computers, electronics. And then if you don't want the photo, just X the photo and it'll go back to graphics. You can go to graphics, put some graphics on there. So this is all how you actually design the digital product in Canva, okay? So let's jump into the third part of the mini course. I will see you in the next lesson. Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to actually design the sales page for your digital product. So what we've covered so far is we have covered number 1, how to actually find your profitable niche. Okay, we went into AI, we put that prompt in there, we did the market research, then we went on to actually creating the content for your digital product. All right, then thirdly, we went in and I showed you guys how to use Canva a little bit, how to make your digital product inside of Canva. All right, and then the next thing is creating your sales page. Now that your digital product is done, you've picked your niche, you've got the content together, you've created the digital product. Now it goes to the fun stuff, right? Where you have to actually create the sales page where you're going to host it. And then the last thing is creating the content to be able to sell that digital product. All right. So let's jump into the Stand Store. So this is my Stand Store. You can do it in Stand Store, System.io. You can use Go High Level. You can use Kajabi. There's many different websites that you can use. I started off in Kajabi. I built 20 courses out in Kajabi. And just recently I switched over to Go High Level because a lot of my mentees were struggling with the sales page part. And so I have a whole bunch of templates inside of my Go High Level that I give them access to that are professionally built out. And I'll show you one of them in just a moment. But I give my mentees access to actually be able to use my sales pages. So they just have to fill it in, copy and paste. Okay. And especially the better high quality your sales page is, the more professional you look and the more sales you'll get. Okay. But for now, let's just go in here to Stand Store. Look, you guys, these are all the courses that I have put in here that I've either purchased or that I have created. All right, so we're going to go to create digital product. And then right here, you're going to put your image in here. So let's just try to see, or actually, let's see. Let's do this one. This is my 60-minute niche GPT, okay? This is the one that finds the hidden niches, uncovers buyer language, it uncovers viral niches. It's absolutely imperative to have in your business. So right here, so if we are creating a course on our digital product, the name of the digital product, let me go back and see what it was, to instant digital product system. Okay, so that's the name that we chose. So let's go here and put that in here. Okay, instant digital product system. And then for the subtitle, I teach you how to create a AI-powered digital product in 24 hours. Okay. So now right here, I'm going to put learn more. Learn more is a very high converting phrase. So instead of like click here, purchase, buy, come up with something that's not boring, I put learn more, or I'll go to ChatGPT and ask it, give me a juicy call to action button, and it will do that for you. You want to hit next. Okay. And then let's just type in here AI and see what it pulls up. Okay, cool. So it has some images. So you can use these images here, you guys. All I did is instead of uploading an image that I had already downloaded, I just went here and it's got all of these stock images you can use. So let's go ahead and pick a stock image. I like this one. And then right here, you could drag it right to the size. So we'll go ahead and drag it. And now right here, that's what people are going to see, okay? So whatever information you put here on the left is what people are going to see on their phone or their laptop. But a quick pro tip is 90% of people that are scrolling on the internet, you guys, are on their phone. So you want to make sure that your websites and everything are mobile compatible, because that's what people are going to be scrolling on the most, okay? So now it's asking for the description. So what I would do is I would go to ChatGPT and I would say, write a description for my sales page. Okay, and then it's going to write a description. I also have prompts inside of my Quick Cash Creator that will teach you how to build a sales page and exactly what prompts to put on there. What is the buyer psychology that's going to get people to actually convert and purchase from you? Okay, so right here it says sales page description, and then you could just do this. You could just copy this. Okay, that's a lot, but I always copy it if I'm going to do it in Stan Store, and then I'll paste it and then I'll go through it, right? So right here, you see, this is what they'll see, okay? It's actually not that bad. So right here, you want to go over this, make sure it's all accurate information. Sometimes you guys, ChatGPT can lie. So make sure that you're going through the information, that you're making sure that it's accurate, okay? So here it says the sales page information, who this is for, what you'll walk away with, that's good, why the system works when everything else failed. Come on now, the transformation you'll feel. This is actually a really good sales page, okay? And so then down here, if you look down here, get my guide. This is what you want to change, okay? So you want to put something here that's going to encourage them to come down here and purchase, okay? And so if this was going to be like an ebook or something like that, you want to price it anywhere from $7 to like $47 is a good low ticket digital product, and you want to over deliver, okay? Especially if you're just getting your name out there in the beginning, you want to over deliver on the information, undercharge, so that when the customer gets the information, they are overwhelmed by all of the information that you gave them, that they want to level up into your mid and high ticket programs, okay? But if you're under delivering and you're just giving basic information, people are not going to purchase from you. So you want to make sure that you're giving good value, okay, at a good price. So let's price this at $27. Let's just say that we made an ebook, okay? Out of all of that information, we did an ebook. So now you're going to see right here, 27. I always like to toggle this part on, discounted price, and put like what it should have been. So it should have been $297. They're getting it today for $27, okay? So when you do that, it crosses it out. Or maybe I did it backwards and then put this $297. No, it was right. So right here to the left is what it was, and this is what you're giving it to them for. So on the website, it's going to be crossed off. $297 is going to be crossed off, and then you'll see $27 once you publish it, okay? So then here at the bottom, if that was an ebook, what you want to do is you want to download it, okay? And then upload your file right here. If you're hosting it somewhere else, you can go ahead and click on redirect to URL, and that's going to redirect the customer to the URL so they can actually purchase that product, and then you want to go ahead and hit publish. So now we have a full-blown digital product. We've picked our niche. We've got our content together. We have literally went in and designed our content. Now we've created a sales page, all right? The last thing that we need to do is we need to learn how to sell it now, right? So now we need to get a content plan together. What platform are we going to post on? What platform are we going to master? You want to make sure that you master one platform only and that you're not trying to do too many things at one time, okay? So pick one platform that you're going to go all in. 100% of your effort is geared towards one thing. You're going to make more success than if you divided your attention between 3 different platforms, 30, 30, 30, right? So go all in on one platform, master it. Instagram is a really good one. TikTok is really good if you want to go live a lot. Facebook is good as well if you want to get into the groups. I actually did my first 6 figures on Facebook, completely faceless, you guys. I was in the groups and I made a name for myself, okay? Now I love YouTube. I'm building my brand on YouTube and Instagram. I already mastered TikTok. I used to go live all the time on TikTok. TikTok is a gem as well. You can make a lot of money on TikTok, all right? So now let's go into ChatGPT, and this is what we're going to tell it. Create a content plan based off the buyer's pain points and transformations. And then you want to put, give me top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content, right? Do a 7-day plan with 3 reels each day. Hook, caption, and CTA, which is a call to action, okay? Top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content. If you don't know, the top of the funnel is evergreen content. That's where you're pulling in as many people as you can. The middle of funnel is where you're warming them up. You're teaching them something. They're getting to know something about you. Okay, you're giving value to them so they want to stick around. And bottom of funnel content is conversion-based content. So you want to make sure that you have all 3 pieces of content in there because 95% of your audience is not ready to buy, okay? That means that if you're only making one of the funnels, the top of funnel content, you're missing out on the middle and the bottom of funnel content, and that's why you're not making sales. If you're doing a lot of middle of the funnel content, you're doing a lot of nurturing and you're not pushing them in to the checkout to actually buy, and you're not grabbing people from the top of the funnel. So now if you're doing only bottom of funnel content, sooner or later you're gonna draw a blank and you're not gonna have any more people to actually buy your program because you would have burned out of the 5% of people that are actually ready to buy right now, and you haven't nurtured people from top of funnel to middle funnel to keep the flow going, right? So you want to make sure you have all 3 funnels, all right? So now let's see what ChatGPT gave us. Here is a 7-day, 3 reels per content plan. It gives you top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. It gives you hook, caption, call to action written in psychology-driven magnetic messaging. ChatGPT already knows how I talk. It already knows what I'm looking for. So that's why it put that in there. Yours might not say that, okay? So your buyer's core pain points, this is good because this is what you want to make content based around, is their pain points. You want to also paint the transformation in your videos. You want to get them to see the end result, right? What is it that your product is going to do for that customer that's going to draw them in, okay? So here is a 7-day content plan. It gives you day 1, top of funnel, hook, caption, call to action. Reel 2 is middle of funnel, and reel 3 is bottom of funnel. So this is actually genius, and it gives you 7 days worth of content. All right. I hope you guys have absolutely enjoyed this free mini course on how do you create a digital product from beginning until end. We went in and found the niche. We then went in and got the content together. We then went in, designed it, and we then went in and, after we designed it, we put a sales page together, and then we just built out our 7-day plan of action as far as our content goes, okay? If you are one of those people that are like, that was so much information, I would love to learn all of that, but I think I just want to learn from you, I completely get it. You guys, when I got into the digital marketing space, I jumped into coaching because I wanted to be able to learn faster, right? Millionaires and billionaires understand in order to get to the end result faster that they need to invest into something one time that's going to then pay them over and over again for the rest of their life. All right. So if that's you and you would like to jump into my quick cash creator program, drop below launch and I will send that information over to you. You can also go to the description and I will put it in the description down below as well so that you could just snag it. Remember, it comes with my weekly coaching, so you'll have direct access to me every single week, my eyes and my hands on your business, making sure that you're moving the needle forward in your business. All right. This was such a amazing time that I had with you guys. You guys have a blessed rest of your day, and go ahead and also watch Rich Off Digital Products. Watch that video next.